Hello everyone, my name is Allison and this is Dinosaur Life, a place where we live life to the fullest. Which is kind of weird to do right now because we're all stuck in our homes, or most of us are. And being in my house isn't exactly what I'd call living life to the fullest. But we are learning things, and that's what I want to journal about today. So grab your pen and your journal and we'll get started. You are going to feel so good after this video. The first step is just to breathe. So set your things aside and take 3 deep breaths. You can set aside your worries during this time. They'll be there for you to pick them up after we're done here today. Next step is to title your page. I'm gonna write quarantine thoughts. You can write living HE double hockey sticks, however you're feeling. And today we're going to go through 3 different prompts. We're going to move from kind of a more reflective mindset to a hopeful growth mindset. We're going to spend 3 minutes on each prompt. Your first prompt is, what does life look like right now? And I want you to focus mostly, don't get real meta here. We will get meta next. But what does life look like? Dig up some memories that we can look back and kind of reflect on, oh yeah, I remember what that was like. So for me, I've been doing a ton of yoga. I've been brushing up on my Spanish skills, spending a whole lot of time with my husband and really no one else. I see my neighbors sometimes. Catching up with friends on chats. Life is just different, right? So we're gonna spend 3 minutes reflecting on what life looks like. Another thing that I've been doing is trying to cook different things. Some successes and some failures for sure. And there's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been times where I feel thankful for some of the time that I have, and there's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, get us out of here. Your next prompt is, what am I learning? You can take this in two directions. One is like, I'm developing my Spanish skills. I am working on handstands. I love handstands. Or you can get a little deeper about it. For me, I'm learning like how important like human relationships are, like especially just being deprived of something. I feel like I'm like, wow, I really need that. I really need this person in my life. I really need just to like hug someone, right? So you have 3 minutes to think about, what am I learning right now? And I said write, but you can always draw or make lists, whatever format works for you. And if you get stuck and you don't know what to write, like just be patient with yourself. That's okay. It's a pretty big question. What have you been learning? It might take a second to sort through the thoughts and figure it out. Last prompt. I want you to think about, like, life is different right now. Life is going to be different after this. And I want us to seize control of that by writing down, like, how we want our lives to be different. You just wrote down things that you were learning. Now, how can we take that and turn that into growth? So, for me, like, one of the things is I feel like I'm really able to support my community right now, and I don't feel like that was as much of a focus in my life beforehand. So after this, I really want to continue like supporting local businesses and being very intentional about that. That's something that has become really important to me. So what is one way that you can take this sort of negative experience? For a lot of people, this has been a negative experience, and how can you take that and how can we grow from it? You have 3 minutes. This is a tough question. It's pretty deep and requires a lot of thought. So if you need to pause this video and just catch up with us in a minute, that's totally fine. Now, I wouldn't feel good about writing down goals and how I want to grow without like writing down some sort of more tangible goal, right? We want to think of a way that we can actually make this happen. So, for example, one of the things is like I feel like I have more time to focus on like the health of my body. I think usually a lot of my priority goes to work. And a tangible goal that I want is I really want to solidify a morning routine. So I've been doing 20 minutes of yoga every morning. It's been phenomenal. And I just want to develop that habit so strongly that when I have to wake up early again and go to work, that's not a question. I just do yoga every morning. So that's an example of what I'm gonna write. Last thing, we're gonna finish with affirmations because I freaking love affirmations. So I'm gonna put 3 up on the screen right now. You can choose one of them. I want you to write it down, and then if you're in a space where you can, I want you to say it out loud to yourself. I choose to remember that I am always powerful. Love it. And that's all that I have for you today, everyone. I hope that you feel like you wrote down some good memories and like you have a good idea of some goals and how you want life to look like after this. I also don't want to overlook the fact that this is a really tough time for a lot of people and a really dark time for a lot of people. So I know we were talking about how we want to learn, how we want to grow from this. And I don't want that to seem like I'm being insensitive to the fact that this is tough. It is tough for everybody, and hopefully journaling can help you process some of these things that you're going through. So I hope that you are so safe. I hope that you feel really good right now after taking this time for yourself. And I hope that you are so healthy and all your loved ones are healthy. So thank you for joining me. If you like this video, I'll be posting more journaling videos soon. So click subscribe if you want to see that. Bye. Thanks, everyone.